Good morning, students. Today we are starting with our next point, sexual reproduction in human beings. Up till we are discussing the reproduction process, which is divided into two main types, asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. In that asexual reproduction, we are studying about asexual reproduction in unicellular organisms and in multicellular organisms. In the previous lecture, we are discussing about the sexual reproduction, and that sexual reproduction having two methods. Firstly, the sexual reproduction in plants, and secondly, the sexual reproduction in animals. And for that, we are choosing the animal as a human being. So we are discussing the reproductive system or the sexual reproduction in human beings. Can you recall having some questions which are depending upon the 9th standard? You are also solving the bridge course, and that is also depend on that can you recall point. So sexual reproduction containing that heredity and variation for man, that is having X and Y chromosomes, while for female, that is a woman, having X and X chromosomes. So this is we are already studying in 9th standard. Y chromosome is responsible for the men only, and that Y chromosome is present in men's. So for birth of boy or girl, the men are responsible, which is discovered by the scientific method, by the science. So up till we are discussing or studying into 9th standard. In this year, we are in detail studying the human reproductive system. Firstly, we are discussing the human male reproductive system, and after that we are studying about the human female reproductive system. So this diagram is a complete diagram which is showing the human male reproductive system. Firstly, this is a system which contains various organs. So in the first, we are studying which organs are present in human male reproductive system. The human male reproductive system consists of testes, a pair of testes. Here a pair of testes is shown, various ducts and glands. The various ducts and glands, the tubular structures, you are showing that are various tubular structures, that are vessels, and various glands are also present. Cowper's gland, ejuctary duct, seminal vesicle is another gland. So number of glands and ducts are present in that human male reproductive system. Testes are present in the scrotum outside the abdominal cavity. आता पोझिशनिंग प्रत्येक ऑर्गनची दिलेली आहे तुम्हाला. स्क्रॉटम इज अ पाउच लाइक और सैक लाइक स्ट्रक्चर which contains testis outside the abdominal cavity. Testis contains numerous seminiferous tubules. Germinal epithelium present in the tubules divide by meiosis to produce sperms. So main and most important reproductive unit or reproductive structure is formed or generated in that scrotum, in that testis, which are present in scrotum. So that testis forms the sperms by the meiosis. We are already discussing about the meiosis, in which the number of chromosome is reduced up to half, and that half male reproductive unit is formed or produced, prepared in that testis. So this is the most important or essential most part of the human reproductive system. Those sperms were sent forward to the various tubules, and in sequence of the rete testis, vasa efferens, epididymis, vasa deferens, ejuctatory duct and urinogenital duct. आता हा ट्रॅक आहे. इथे टेस्टिसमध्ये जे स्पर्म तयार होतात ते कशा पद्धतीने, तर इथे एक असा हा ट्रॅक दाखवलेला आहे त्यांनी. अशा पद्धतीने ते इथपर्यंत येतात. तर हा ट्रॅक आहे, तुम्ही कंटिन्युअसली जर बघितलात तर तुम्हाला तो कळेल. सगळ्यात पहिल्यांदा जे स्पर्म्स आहेत, दॅट स्पर्म्स आर फॉरवर्डेड टुवर्ड्स द रेटे टेस्टिस विच इज अ पार्ट ऑफ टेस्टिस. आफ्टर दॅट दे आर ट्रान्सफर्ड टू द वास डिफरन्स. This long duct is called vas deferens. After that vas deferens they are transferred to the epididymis, vas efferens, then vas deferens, epididymis and ejuctatory duct. Here the ejuctatory duct is shown. Here is a ejuctatory duct, and that ejuctatory duct is forwarded towards the urinogenital duct. The duct which is present in penis is called urinogenital duct. As the sperms are pushed forward from one duct to next, they become mature and able to fertile the ovum. When the testes are coming out from the when the sperms are coming out from the testis, they are immature, but when they are traveling from that various ducts, they are becoming mature and able to fertile the ovum. So this is all about the male reproductive system. Now we are discussing about the sperm. The seminal vesicle secretes their secretion in the ejuctatory duct, whereas the prostate gland and Cowper's gland secrete their secretion in urinogenital duct. That urinogenital duct is common for the urine and that sperm, therefore it is called urinogenital duct. Here is a urinary bladder which forms the urine, and that is coming straight line towards the penis, and therefore that duct is common duct for urine and sperms, so it is called urinogenital duct. The various secretions from the seminal vesicle, prostate gland and Cowper's gland and the sperm coming from the testis, togetherly they are called semen. The name semen is for that all secretions and sperms. That secretions are important for the nourishment of the sperm. The semen is ejected out from the penis. All the organs of the male reproductive systems are impaired except urinogenital duct, penis and scrotum. So all the organs present in the human male reproductive systems are in pair except काय वगळता तर युरिनोजेनिटल ट्रॅक हा सिंगल आहे, पेनिस सिंगल आहे आणि स्क्रोटम जे आहे पाउच लाइक और सॅक लाइक ऑर्गन आहे इन विच द टेस्टिस आर प्रेझेंट, दॅट इज ओनली अ सिंगल ऑर्गन. अदरवाइज ऑल testis, epididymis, Cowper's gland, vasa deferens, prostate gland, seminal vesicle, all are in pair. All the organs are in pair. So this is all about the human male reproductive system. Surprise facts are given here. The length of each epididymis is 6 meter. Imagine how the epididymis is in length. 6 meter म्हणजे खूप लांब त्याची असते, पण ती कर्व फॉर्ममध्ये किंवा स्पायरल फॉर्ममध्ये असल्यामुळे ती कमी जागेमध्ये राहते. सेकंड, द लेंथ ऑफ स्पर्म इज 60 मायक्रोमीटर. एका स्पर्मची लेंथ त्यांनी दिलेली आहे. स्पर्म हा खूप छोटा असतो, त्याची जी लेंथ आहे ती 60 मायक्रोमीटर इतकी लहान आहे. थर्ड, such a small sperm has cross the distance of approximately 6.5 meter while passing out of the male reproductive system. This sperm is traveling the distance of 6.5 meter distance when it is coming out from the male reproductive system. And last, fourth, sperm needs large amount of energy. For this purpose, fructose is present in the semen. मागाशीच तुम्हाला मी सांगितलं की ज्या सगळ्या ग्लँड्स आहेत, सेमिनल व्हेसिकल, काउपर्स ग्लँड आणि पोस्टेट ग्लँड, या ग्लँड्समध्ये असलेलं जे नरिशमेंट आहे, फ्रुक्टोज जे आहे, ते या सीमेनला एनर्जी प्रोव्हाइड करतं. अँड दॅट एनर्जी इज रिक्वायर्ड फॉर द नरिशमेंट, फॉर द ग्रोथ अँड फॉर द ट्रॅव्हलिंग पर्पज ऑफ द स्पर्म. तर अशा पद्धतीने इथे आपल्याला कंप्लीट मेल रिप्रोडक्टिव्ह सिस्टीम आपण पाहिलेली आहे. Now we are move towards the next point, that is a female reproductive system. Human female reproductive system contains all the organs of the female reproductive system is present in abdominal cavity. It includes a pair of ovaries. As in male, in female the number of organs are in pair. A pair of ovaries, a pair of oviduct, single uterus and a vagina. So these are the four main parts which are mentioned in that diagram. This is ovary. The ovary is connected with the uterus with the help of the tubular structure called oviduct. This is a single uterus and vagina. So these are the four main parts of the female reproductive system. Generally, every month an ovum is released in abdominal cavity alternately from each ovary. Free end of the oviduct is funnel-like. An opening is present at the center of it. The oocytes enter in the oviduct through that opening. So, if you are zooming that diagram, we can easily understand how the structuring is. That this is ovary. That ovary contains a mature egg cell, and that egg cell is coming into the oviduct by that finger-like projections. It is a funnel-like structure which catches or which takes that egg into the oviduct, and when that coming into the oviduct, that egg is traveling from that oviduct towards the uterus. So this is a structuring of ovary. Cilia are present in the inner surface of oviduct to pushing that forward to a uterus. Oocyte, the egg cell is also called as oocyte, and that oocyte is coming from the ovary towards the oviduct and pushing forward with the motion of cilia, a hair-like projections which are present inside the oviduct, and that can easily push that oocyte towards the uterus. So this is all about the human female reproductive system. Gamete formation. How the gamete formation takes place? As in male, the testis forms the sperm. Same way, in the female, the ovary forms the gamete, that is a egg cell. Both gametes, sperm and ovum, are formed by the meiosis. As we are already discussing, the sperms are formed by the meiosis process. In the ovary, the oocyte or the egg cell is also formed by the meiosis. The haploid number of chromosomes are reduced. The number of chromosomes are reduced up till half. Both the gametes, sperms and ovums, are formed in the meiosis. Sperms are produced in the testes of the men from the beginning of the maturation till death. However, in case of woman, at the time of birth, there are 2 to 4 million immature oocytes are present. in the female fetus. At the an oocyte matures and releases the ovary every month, and at the beginning of the maturity up to the age of menopause. The menopause is a end of the reproductive ability of a female, which is called as menopause. Approximately 45 years age is a age of menopause up till the 45 to 50. Menopause is a stoppage of function of female reproductive system. The number of eggs are limited in the female body. Secretion of hormones and controlling the function of female reproductive system either stops of become irregular. This is called menopause. The hormones are also and the eggs are also finishing, and that is stop or irregularity in the reproductive system, and it is called menopause. So it is a definition of menopause which is given here. So this is all about the female reproductive system. So male reproductive system and female reproductive system we are completing. After that we are discussing about the process of fertilization, the mating or union of male sperm and female ovum. It is called fertilization. So here the definition is given: formation of zygote by the union of male sperm and female ovum is called fertilization. Fertilization is internal in humans. Semen is ejected in the vagina during the copulation. Sperms in the numbers of few million start their journey by the route of vagina, uterus, oviduct. One of those few million sperms fertilize the ovum only present in the oviduct. So the ovum is single in number, but the sperms are millions. So in that millions of sperms, the first sperm which is reaches to the ovum, which is fertilized, and that can forms a process of fertilization. From the age of puberty up to the menopause, there are 10 to 17 years age. Up to the 40 to 45 years age is age of releasing ovum every month by the female body. That is 2 to 4 million ova. Approximately only 400 oocytes are released up to the age of menopause. Remaining oocytes undergoes degeneration. At the time of birth of girl child, 2 to 4 million ova are present in his body, but up till the maturity only 400 oocytes are released and other all are degenerated. The degeneration takes place. This is a process of fertilization given. All the sperms are reach towards the ovum, but first sperm which is reaching to the ovum, which is fertilized, and other are degenerated there. Oocytes release from ovaries during last few months nearing the age of menopause are 40 to 50 years old. आता तुम्हाला हे रिपीट केलं आहे बऱ्याच वेळा, तेच सगळ्या गोष्टी तुम्हाला सांगितलेल्या आहेत. The ability of division has been diminished till now. Due to this, they cannot complete meiosis division properly. If such oocytes are fertilized, the newborn baby is become having some abnormalities like Down syndrome. 40 to 50 एज हे एंडिंग एज आहे. या वेळेला जर बेबी जन्माला आली तर त्याच्यामध्ये ॲबनॉर्मलिटीज किंवा व्यंग अपंगत्व असू शकतं. त्याचं एक एक्झाम्पल त्यांनी दिलं आहे, विच इज अ इनबॉर्न डिसीज डाऊन सिंड्रोम. असे काही आजार त्याला असू शकतात. त्यानंतर इथे तुम्हाला डू यू नो मध्ये हा गोष्टी सांगितलेल्या आहेत बघा, जे आपण मगाशी डिस्कस केलं. स्पर्म्स कंटेन 2 types of chromosomes, 22 autosomes plus X or 22 autosomes plus Y. Female is having only one type of chromosomes, 22 plus X, and when 22 plus X of male is combined with the 22X with the female, the girl child is born, and when 22Y is compared with the or combined with the 22X, the boy child will born. म्हणजे मुलगा आणि मुलगीचा जन्म कशा पद्धतीने होतो तर हे इथे सांगितलेलं आहे. सेक्स डिटर्मिनेशन इन ह्युमन बिंग्स असं त्याला म्हटलं जातं. आफ्टर द डेव्हलपमेंट अँड बर्थ, द झायगोट विच इज फॉर्म्ड आफ्टर फर्टिलायझेशन इन द ओव्हिडक्ट undergoes repeated mitosis, mitotic cell division, and embryo is formed. Meanwhile, the embryo is pushed towards the uterus. The uterus contains the enrichment of the all processes. Implanted the embryo into the uterus for the further development. After the implantation, that can produce a placenta in which forms the supply of food materials during the growth of uterus. Oviduct, the process of fertilization is carried out in oviduct. After the fertilization process complete, the zygote is formed, which is having diploid number of chromosomes, a complete number of cells, number of chromosomes present there, half coming from the sperm and half coming from the ovum. That zygote is continuously divide and redivide mitotically. Mitosis is taking there, and after that mitosis, that zygote is converted into embryo. That embryo is continuously pushing forwards from oviduct towards the uterus. In the uterus, the fertilized or developed embryo is implanted. तिथे तो इम्प्लांट होतो, रुजतो, and the placenta is generated from that embryo to the uterus. uterus आणि embryo मध्ये एक पाईपलाईन जॉईंट होते ज्याला प्लासेंटा असं म्हटलं जातं. मराठीत त्याला नाळ असा शब्द आहे. ती नाळ जोडली जाते, and from that placenta each and every supply of food material, water, oxygen, all the nourishment is getting from mother to that child with the help of that placenta. It is also called embryonic cord. Embryonic development is complete approximately within 9 months after the fertilization. फर्टिलायझेशन झाल्यानंतर 9 महिन्यांमध्ये ही जी डेव्हलपमेंट आहे इनसाइड द युटेरस इज कम्प्लिटेड. तर हा 9 मंथचा जो चार्ट आहे ग्रोथ ऑफ एम्ब्रियो ही कशा पद्धतीने होते इन द फॉर्म ऑफ वीक्स. 9 4s are 36, 9 चौक 36, प्रत्येक महिन्याला 4 आठवडे, अशा पद्धतीने तो 36 आठवड्यांचा 36 वीक्सचा जो क्रायटेरिया आहे तो तुम्हाला दाखवलेला आहे. तर अशा पद्धतीने इथे डेव्हलपमेंट होते आणि त्यानंतर बर्थ. डेव्हलपमेंट अँड आफ्टर द कम्प्लिशन ऑफ द डेव्हलपमेंट द बर्थ इज टेक्स प्लेस. तर अशा पद्धतीने इथे हे मेल आणि फिमेल रिप्रोडक्टिव्ह सिस्टीम, त्यानंतर फर्टिलायझेशन, डेव्हलपमेंट अँड ग्रोथ आणि ग्रोथ कंप्लीट झाल्यानंतर त्याची बर्थ, ह्या सगळ्या गोष्टी तुम्हाला सांगितलेल्या आहेत. तर इथे आपणच थांबूया. त्याच्यानंतरचे पॉईंट आपण नेक्स्ट पिरियडला घेऊ.